Rehan, welcome to the Commerce Talks podcast, again live from the Seamless here in Riyadh. You are the CIO of Khaadi, which is a fashion retailer. But before I introduce Khaadi, please introduce yourself and tell us a bit more about Khaadi.
Yeah, so full name is Mohammad Rehan Qadri. I am CIO at Khaadi, and I also had another portfolio which is international commerce. So I look after both the technology part and commercials when it comes to international e-commerce business for Khaadi. Been with Khaadi since last 5 years. Was with financial services industry before Khaadi. I think I was not knowledgeable before Khaadi anything about retail or e-commerce. But yeah, Khaadi is a very versatile fashion apparel brand. I can easily say it's largest fashion apparel brand for Pakistan. And we have physical presence in UK, UAE, Qatar, and we do ship to around 20 countries globally.
If you would need to compare it with like European brands or retailers like a Mango, H&M, and others, so is there something you can compare it with? So the listeners do have
I think if the comparison has to be made, and in fact we when we look into, I think we more compare with H&M, Zara, Uniqlo, more of a fast fashion brand, but mostly on ethnic side. So Khaadi is mostly in ethnic kind of a product. In fact, Khaadi in its name is actually a kind of a textile machine where you weave products by your hand. So machine is called Khaadi. So from that, the name Khaadi.
Okay, and how big is it then in Pakistan? I saw something on the website that's kind of 40-something stores.
In Pakistan, it's around 50 plus stores, and internationally we have 15 plus stores as well. So all in all, around 65 stores globally.
And I guess this is kind of a vertical brand. You're not only selling in your own stores, you're also selling like via wholesale business into other stores?
Wholesale, we don't do. We mostly sell through our brands because I think one of the prime aspects we focus on is the brand itself and the customer experience. So everything we sell from our platforms at the moment.
How many people are working for Khaadi?
Khaadi, somewhere around 1,000 to 1,500 employees.
Including the people that are producing the garments?
No, if you go into producing the garment, it would be around 4,000, 5,000 plus people.
And those people are also located in Pakistan, because my understanding of Pakistan is there's like it's a big industry producing garments. Yes. So I guess like a brand from Pakistan produces in Pakistan.
Yeah. So mostly produced in Pakistan. Most of our products are produced in Pakistan, but Khaadi is mostly into a sourcing model, so sometimes we import from other countries as well, but mostly it's Pakistan.
Okay. And how important is because all the other podcasts we've recorded so far for today were really focusing on the GCC region, yes. And we will come back to Khaadi and the GCC region, yes. But how important is e-commerce in Pakistan?
E-commerce, I would say it's a big phenomenon in Pakistan, especially after the COVID, because I think the younger generation is mostly into the e-commerce, mobile commerce, social commerce even. But I would say the generation 35 plus, they used to mostly interact with the stores. But after pandemic, since there was no option to buy from stores, many people have switched to e-commerce platforms. But I would say post-pandemic, as soon as the stores have started opening up, that kind of population is now moving back to brick and mortar stores as well.
And do you have like a number in mind when it comes to e-commerce penetration for fashion? I think in Europe we are way beyond like 25-30% maybe like for e-commerce in fashion. Do you have a number like for
So we have our stores in UK as well. So when it goes to UK, e-commerce is 25% plus. Yeah. But in Pakistan it touches between 10% to 15%.
And how is the Pakistan infrastructure for e-commerce? So is it like in Europe that you can have next day delivery all over because I remember I'm not 100% sure if I'm figuring out Pakistan on the map 100% correctly, but it's a rather big country.
Yeah, it's a big country.
And it's like actually it's like Saudi Arabia, which is also like a huge country, yes. And therefore it's hard to serve in the next day kind of logistics performance.
So mostly if you ship, post-COVID, lot many infrastructural arrangements have been made. So if you are shipping within a same city or neighboring city, it can be same day as well. But next day is common. But when you go from one part of the country to the another part of the country, it can take 4 to 5 days.
4 to 5 days. And what international platforms are active in Pakistan, from Amazon to others?
No, I would not say Amazon is there, but Alibaba is mostly. So Alibaba made an acquisition of a product which is called Daraz. So I would say from the international marketplace perspective, I think Alibaba is big in Pakistan.
Yeah. Okay, Alibaba. And are there other strong stores that are also trying to, or other retail brands that are trying to grab market share, or is it like retailer by retailer, brand by brand? Because in the huge e-commerce shift, like in Europe, only happened because like new international brands or new platforms came into the market and shaped the customer behavior, and then all the other brands started to follow.
Yeah, I think in order for international brands to come to Pakistan, I think one thing which is very important to happen is the shopping malls, the standards of the shopping mall that these international brands can come into. But lot many brands have come to Pakistan. We have Next, we have Nike, Adidas, we have Mango, we have Debenhams. In fact, I know for sure that there are other brands like Zara which are evaluating certain stores in one of few good malls in Pakistan. So yeah, the business is opening up for the international brands in Pakistan as well.
But we are meeting here in Riyadh, and it must be reason for you traveling to Riyadh. Is it because you want to expand into more stores, or you want to look into opportunities to expand from a virtual perspective?
So Saudi as a market is one of a big market for us. In fact, we have a good strong hold in UAE. As a brand, we are physically present in UAE. We have a store in Dubai Mall as well. But Saudi is even a bigger market than UAE. In fact, when you go into any GCC region, I would say Saudi is one of the biggest markets when it comes to Saudi. In fact, we do ship to Saudi Arabia from our global store, e-commerce store. But that shipment happens cross-border from UAE to Saudi Arabia. But amazing market. I think there are certain business policies which once improved, certain behaviors which once improved. I think this region has good potential. The market is still to some certain extent a COD or the cash on delivery friendly market. We would like it to be more converting into the credit cards and the online payments or digital payments models. But seeing these kind of the conferences happening, it gives me great comfort that it's coming sooner.
So you're saying in Saudi, if you're like delivering stuff, it's cash on delivery still?
Yeah, the preference for the customers is still cash on delivery.
Really?
Yeah.
Because none of the other speakers in none of the other podcasts told me that.
Yeah. So I think it's mostly
because like from an e-commerce customer journey, especially if there are kind of returns, it's operational chaos. If there's cash involved in the
Yes. But I think seeing it from customer perspective, right? I think a customer who is buying from a well-known brand here in Saudi Arabia, they would be more comfortable buying on digital cards or digital mechanism. But since we are doing cross-border from Dubai to Saudi Arabia, I think after certain customers buy 2-3 times from the product, they build that kind of a trust after which they can do digital modes. But still, I would say it's one big market on cash.
And you're overseeing obviously then the e-commerce capabilities and the e-commerce projects in Khaadi. So when did it start? Was COVID kind of the starting point, or was there any e-commerce capability before?
No, I think it was good for us. Pakistan e-commerce, we were there, but internationally we had not initiated that outreach. 2018, I would say, was the first year when we actually started our e-commerce business from UK. Then we activated UAE market for e-commerce. US is a big market now. Canada is a big market. And now in just a matter of, I would say, 3 to 4 years, we are globally present in 20 countries.
And the global demand for the Khaadi brand, where's it coming from? Is this like Pakistanis living then in the US, UK, ordering from your platform? And how are you fulfilling it?
Yeah, so it's, I would say, 70 to 80% Pakistanis living in those regions, but I would give 25% share to Indians in those regions. So mostly subcontinent, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Philippines to a certain extent. But yes, I would give at least 3 to 4%, even from, so we have customers who are, let's say, UK nationals, US nationals as well. We have physical stores in UK as well. And we see customers coming from UK buying from our products. So Khaadi has both I would say, more ethnic, and also a Western product line. So yeah,
so
we have
like
both
the
kinds
Western
of
product
customers.
line. It's kind of then more like a fashionable product line I could wear, for example.
Yeah.
So because it then doesn't look like super traditional, like from
No.
because what you're wearing right now, and people can see it in the video, is it from Khaadi?
Yeah, this is Khaadi product. Yeah.
Okay, and this is kind of the typical Khaadi product the Pakistani customer would expect.
Yes.
Okay, and what is
But mostly our product are women focused. We don't produce Western product for men, but yes, we produce Western product for women especially.
And when you try to accelerate like the e-commerce initiatives in Khaadi, I would expect that talent might be an issue because it's not so developed e-commerce market. Then finding talent to drive like your e-commerce UX experience, whatever, that's an issue.
I would say one thing that is not short in Pakistan is talent. Right?
Talent is not short.
Not short. I think the country is oozing with talent. Lots of talent available when it comes to e-commerce business, when it comes to technology.
Because Pakistan is used as a nearshoring and offshoring country.
Yeah. So technology-wise, the country is doing great. So lots of good potential. So we usually don't find the talent either it's on the design or the fashion design side, retail experience side. Talent, I would say, is less of a problem for us at the moment.
Okay, my bad. Are there any problems for accelerating e-commerce initiatives in Pakistan then?
Yeah. Again, as I said, we are big in Pakistan, right? So Saudi Arabia might have trust issues, but Pakistan, when it comes to digital channels and digital payments and financial inclusion, I would say, the country is still struggling. I think there is a need for a lot more coverage when it comes to digital payments. Pakistan business, e-commerce business is still 70% cash on delivery. So again, you would consider as a country, we have to do a lot, because I think this e-commerce market has taken a foot, I would say, at least 5-6 years. 2016, 2017. So one of the biggest challenges is the payments. Most customers prefer cash on delivery, number one. Number two, the delivery ecosystem has to improve a lot, because I would say even for a brand like us who has strong power or strong ecosystem, we still struggle making a delivery from one part of the country to another part of the country. It takes 4 to 5 days. But when we ship to US, we can ship US in 4 days. So you can consider moving a product from out across border to US or UK.
How many orders do you lose in a cash on delivery mode when people decide at their house door,
10 to 12%, yeah. 10 to 12%.
10 to 12%.
Yeah.
Okay, and this kind of that you won't experience with a full inclusive like digital payment infrastructure, right?
Yeah, so that's why we as brand are also pushing for the country's growth into the digital methods. We have partnered with many local fintechs as well, and we are very big into making sure that we contribute towards the country and making sure that the organization pushes the digital agenda across the board. In fact, there are certain initiatives from the State Bank of Pakistan as well in order to make sure that the digital gets its footprint in, let's say, next 2 to 3 years. And when that happens, I think the growth would be immense.
And after your e-commerce initiatives, do you see like a different shopping behavior around your stores? Are coming people with like I don't know, screenshots on their phone or showing your product, something you might not have at store but on your central warehouse?
Happens a lot. So in Pakistan there are different countries, like different cities, tier 1 cities where there is a lot more awareness of digital platforms, and there are tier 3 cities, right? So when you do tier 1 cities, there are a lot many customers coming in that this is the product which I like. Can I feel the product? Can I buy from the store? So yeah, this happens. But what pandemic has done for us is that we have gone omni across Pakistan. The business has gone omni. So the inventory problems are now that much happening. We do ship across Pakistan. Any store holding the inventory, customer can get that inventory at their doorsteps.
Well, how big is a Khaadi store?
Khaadi, so we recently launched, it's one of the state-of-the-art stores. Maybe you find the glimpse of that store. We call it Experience Hub in Karachi, one of the best malls in Pakistan, Dolmen Mall. And that store is around 30,000 square feet. So we have flagship stores around 30.
That's huge.
Yeah, that's huge. And it's all digital kind of experiences. You get into the store and you get acquired by lot many digital screens, lot many digital experiences. So yeah, that is one outstanding. You would not find that kind of a store in Pakistan.
Yeah.
In fact, maybe
I have not. Karachi is not on my traveling list anytime soon, but
it's worth at least searching for. Maybe I can share some glimpse of that store with you. But amazing store.
And what's your strategy of like bringing the product in other countries where your e-commerce capabilities are maybe a bit limited? Would you, for example, sell Khaadi products on Amazon.com in the US? Would you say it's okay for the brand and it's okay for the brand experience, let's do it?
Yeah, so there are two thought processes, right? We probably would not do that in Pakistan, right? Because
on Alibaba, then
on Alibaba or Daraz, we would, because Khaadi gives a bit of importance to a brand when it comes to brand outreach and customer connect. But yeah, we have in fact are in talks or evaluated with Zalando as well in Europe. Amazon is.
So I can buy your brand on Zalando?
We are under discussion at the moment, right? But we are open for, and this is one of the strategies we intend to follow. So if you have to go out, outreach globally in new markets, I think partnering with the marketplaces which are trustworthy and which have outreach globally, I think moving into that direction is good. So when we go into a new market, let's say for Europe, we are in talks with Zalando, ASOS, Amazon. So yeah, fairly open for that outside Pakistan, but in Pakistan, currently we intend to manage through our platforms.
Okay, that I totally get. When you're selling on other platforms, you're then talking with them about a vendor model where they are buying your products, because most of the marketplaces try to push you now in a seller model where you're owning the inventory risk. And they say, okay, Rehan, all fine, nice stories you're telling here, and what you're telling us about potential Pakistani customers in Germany, blah 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 blah, but you can own the risk. We just give you the platform. Is it something you would do?
Yeah, so I'll give you example of Zalando. It was other way around. So our preference is a dropship model where we hold the inventory. Let's say we have stores in UK. We sell from our e-commerce platforms in UK. So our preference usually is the dropship model where the products are, because our intent is not, our problem is not the inventory, right? Our intent is to make sure that when we go into new markets, we are able to build that trust on the brand, because we are very comfortable, we are very confident on the brand, right? And also to get an outreach. Inventory is not a problem for us.
Okay, yeah, got it. But the business itself, I guess it's family owned, or is it listed?
Yeah,
in Pakistan?
so it's family owned.
And then you are obviously expanding differently from private equity owned, differently to private equity owned fashion retailers because it's the family's money.
Yeah.
So it's very
but we are
must
open.
be cash flow focused.
Yeah, we are open. In fact, recently IFC, which is one of the development arms of IMF, has recently invested in Khaadi itself.
Yeah.
The global business. So yeah, the equity is also coming in from the global players.
Okay. Got it. When you have been here now, like, have you been here yesterday at the trade show?
Yeah, I had a panel yesterday.
Okay. What do you think about like these Saudi market? Obviously, you have a couple of like payment gateways here, but like it's like, do you think it's a market worth to explore and like a big opportunity for you?
No. As far as the market, so if there are two segments of market. So when you go into a new market, you have to see few things, right? One is the demography. Which gives you an idea of the potential, right? The buying power, the population, the shopping behaviors, and one is the ecosystem, right? So if I see the first part, which is demography, it's a huge market. It's a very potential market. But when I see the ecosystem, I think it needs to open up, right? I would say to the world. It has to open up to the world. But when I see these kinds of events happening, I follow Saudi Arabia, being a Muslim as well, since quite some time, right? Come to Saudi Arabia. I'm coming to Saudi Arabia since last 20, 30 years. But last 3 or 4 years, I would say, it's a very different country. This country gives a very different kind of a feel compared to traditional Saudi Arabia. So I hope it's for good. In fact, we look towards Saudi Arabia as one of the leading nations. But I think that opening up for the world has to happen. The policies has to be that conducive. If we compare with UAE, I think it's a big potential market if we see Dubai and UAE and any other country in GCC region. But the business policies will have to be fairly flexible. The ecosystem has to grow a lot. If the country has to go into that direction.
Yeah, so I should actually look up after Khaadi on Zalando. Maybe when you find a deal, trying to see what kind of garment you're offering. Maybe last question on the tech perspective. So you're running the e-commerce department. So how many people are involved in the e-commerce operations in Khaadi?
Yeah, so we work in a partnership model. We mainly focus on technology and strategy in-house and operations, call center, fulfillment services. We partner with, there is a partner in Pakistan who is currently our partner. But if I include everything from fulfillment to technology to operations, it would be around 100 people.
From the partner or including your own team?
No, only us. Because we do fulfillment in-house in Pakistan. We do fulfillment for in-house in UAE. We do.
But that's quite a sizable team.
That's
of stuff you. And is there any like innovation things you're looking forward in 2023? Like, I don't know, do you want to create something for the metaverse, VR things or so? Is it something you're working on?
Yeah. So Khaadi innovation is in DNA of Khaadi, right? Anything that new that comes up, even if we know that the product, if that investment might not be worthwhile for the business, I think from the experimentation perspective and from the exploration perspective, we go into it. I think we were the first brand from Pakistan which invested in omnichannel. The global omnichannel rollout was the first one in Pakistan. Buy now, pay later investments we did with Klarna, ClearPay was the first one from Pakistan. We have invested with some of the AI machine learning partners when it comes to inventory optimization, computer vision, when it comes to recommendations, visual recommendations. Site, you might have heard the name. So we have worked with many partners when it comes to investing in the innovative or upcoming emerging technologies. Khaadi, Pakistan, I think the only organization in Pakistan which can say that we are 100% cloud-based organization, a natively cloud-based organization. We don't invest in on-prem technologies. since 2018, the organization is completely cloud-based organization. Metaverse, yes. We in fact, AR and Metaverse, we in fact created a use case which we would...
Which is live?
Under testing internally. So sneak peek for customers. In fact, we did one of the test in that Experience Hub store recently, ready for, but it would be a surprise for customers.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very insightful. Thank you for being here in the Commerce Talk Show, and definitely looking forward to shop some Khaadi products at Zalando when available.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice meeting you.